Hello everyone and welcome back to Bhanzu classes. So today we are going to start a very interesting chapter called as lines and angles. And in this particular chapter, what are we going to cover today? Let's have a look at it. So today we are going to talk about the concepts of basic geometry, without which you cannot imagine about geometry, right? So let's see what are the subtopics which we are going to cover in today's session are a point, a line segment, a line, a ray, an angle, and also about types of angles. So without these concepts, geometry won't exist. So let's talk about them one by one in detail, and we'll also be having few questions based on them. So let's start with the first one over here saying a point. So what's a point, right? A point is which determines a location. So if this is a point over here is denoted by A, it can be denoted by any alphabet in capital letters or in small letters as well. And then we talk about a line segment. What is a line segment? It corresponds to the shortest distance between two endpoints. So what are the endpoints in this? It's A and B. So the distance between A and B is the shortest distance between them, and this is what is called a line segment. And now what is a line? A line is obtained when a line segment is extended on both sides indefinitely, right? So even if it extends on the right side or left side, it is called a line, right? A line cannot be measured because it keeps on going endlessly. So let's move ahead and see now what's a ray. So just now we talked about line, right? So let's see what is a ray. A ray is a portion of a line starting at a point and going in one direction endlessly. So if it's starting from A, it's going endlessly towards B, but suppose if I would have started it at B, so it would have gone towards A endlessly. A line goes endlessly on two sides, but a ray goes endlessly only towards one direction. And now, what's an angle? An angle is made up of two rays. So just now we saw what are rays, right? Called arms of the angle starting from a common initial point. So if this is our angle ABC, what's the common initial point? It's B. And what is this common initial point called? In an angle, it is called a vertex. It is called a vertex, right? So in this particular case, BA is one of the rays and BC is one of the rays. So out of these two rays, we got the angle AB and C. Clear everyone? So what did we learn till now? We talked about what's a point, without which no geometrical concept can start. Then we talked about what's a line segment, the shortest distance between two endpoints. Line which keeps on going endlessly on both the sides. A ray which starts at one point and keeps on going endlessly towards one direction only. And an angle, it is made up of two rays which are called arms of that angle, and from wherever they start, the common initial point, that is called the vertex, right? So everybody clear till here? Now I have an interesting question for you. Did you know that if two lines intersect, right, an angle is formed when lines or line segments meet. When two or more than two lines meet, you get angles, right? So now I have a very interesting question for you. So these are the two different figures. Here is a triangle ABC and these are two lines which are intersecting. So you know what? An angle is also formed when lines or line segments meet, right? So here lines are meeting. Here line segments are meeting. So different angles can be formed in these particular figures. So now as we have seen what are angles, so let's talk about the different types of angles one by one. So here we have the first one for you. So see this particular angle ABC. What's the measure of this angle? It is greater than 0 and less than 90 degree. So such angles are called acute angles. Any angle whose measure lies between 0 degree and 90 degree are called acute angles. Let's see the next one over here. So here we have an angle ABC once again, which is having exact measure of 90 degree. So what is such angle called? It is called a right angle. What is it? It's a right angle. So we have covered two types till now, acute angle and right angle. Let's move to the third one. So third one we have where the measure of the angle seems to be greater than 90. So such angles are called obtuse angles, where the measure is greater than 90 but less than 180 degree. But what is 180 degree? Let's have a look at it. So 180 degree is a straight angle. It's formed on a straight line. So such angles are called straight angles. So you can say that obtuse angle measure lies between right angle and straight angle, right? It's greater than 90 and less than 180 degree. Let's move to our next type of angle, which is reflex angle, right? So over here you have angle ABC, which is a reflex angle, and its measure lies between 180 degree and 360 degree. So it's greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. So 180 degree now you all know, right? It's a straight angle. What is 360 degree? Let's have a look at an angle whose measure is 360 degree. So it takes a complete round and come back. So it's actually called a complete angle whose measure is 360 degree. So now you can say that reflex angle's measure lies between straight angle and complete angle. So got it everybody? The 6 types of angles which we have discussed till now. We talked about acute angle whose measure is between 0 degree and 90 degree. Right angle whose measure is 90 degree. Obtuse angle whose measure is between 90 degree and 180 degree. Then we talked about straight angle whose measure is 180 degree. Reflex angle whose measure is between 180 degree and 360 degree. And last but not the least, complete angle which takes a complete round and come back is 360 degree. So as we have seen the different types of angles, so now it's time to have a look at how do we measure angles. So you all might remember that we use a protractor to measure the angles. Angles are always denoted by degree and one full turn is 1 revolution. So if I ask you to write 56 degree, how do you write? We write 56 and degree. So what is this? This is how we denote degrees, right? So this is our degree symbol. Clear everybody? A quick recall? Yeah? So now let's do some questions all together. So classify each one of the following angles as right, straight, acute, obtuse or reflex. So if the first one's measure is 45 degree, what do you think? Which type of angle is it? Yes, you are getting it right. The first type of angle what we discussed was acute angle, where the measure is between 0 degree and 90 degree. The second one says 300 degree. Oh my God, which type of angle is this? Guessing? Yes, it's reflex angle, where the measure is between 180 degree and 360 degree. Right? Excited to do more? Here we have more questions for you. So, angle ABC. What's this symbol for? It is for 90 degrees. So, what is an angle whose measure is 90 degree? That is a right angle. Got it? And the next one is over here with 150 degree measure. So, it's greater than 90 but less than 180. So, over here it is obtuse angle. Remember the definition of obtuse angle, where the measure is greater than 90 and less than 180 degrees. So excited everyone for the types of angles what we discussed, right? So do try out more questions and try with your arms how can you make the different types of angles. It will be super duper interesting for you, right? So now let's move ahead and summarize what all we had covered in our session for the day. So we talked about a point. It's a point which determines a location. Line segment between two endpoints. Line which keeps on going endlessly towards both the sides. Ray starts from one endpoint but goes endlessly on the other side. An angle is made up of two arms, right? And arms are actually the rays. So it's made up of two rays and the common initial point is called the vertex because a ray starts from a end point, right? And types of angles. So we talked about 6 types of angles basically. So do revise all these concepts till we meet in the next class because geometry doesn't move ahead without knowing these concepts. So keep exploring, keep practicing till we meet next and obviously spark your curiosity. Bye-bye.